are like a new group. We're supercharged.
Starting on Ayin Aleph at the Mishnah. Okay. A woman that dies, and it comes out of her a revius of blood. That's a measurement of blood. I'm an Ayin Aleph. I'm an Aleph. I'm going back. I'm going to go back. Is that okay? So, Metame Mishum Kesem Mishum Oil. She gets both chumras. First of all, it's a Nidda, and it's also Tumas Mace. A little bit of a problem here because is she alive or dead? It's like self-contradictory, but we put both chumras on it. Rabbi Yehuda says she's not a Nidda. That is not a kesem blood. Now, the difference, kesem blood means it's only metame with a small drop. Mace, blood of a mace is metame as a revius. So there's chumras over there. But a blood of a mace is metame ba'oil. Kesem is only metame b'masa. Anyway, Rabbi Yehuda says it's not a kesem because it came out after she died. A woman that's giving birth, that's a different story, and she dies. That's assumed that it came up while she was alive. She died during birth, but the blood was probably there earlier, so that's why she's tamim mishum kesem. Rabbi says, therefore, she's not metame ba'oil. The Gemara is going to ask, and yeah, but when the question is when the blood came out, before or after the death. So Rabbi Yehuda is saying, over there the blood came out before. So then Rabbi Yossi says, well then it shouldn't be metame ba'oil. The question is, what does Rabbi Yehuda hold? The Gemara is going to discuss. How could Rabbi Yehuda hold both? That's what it's implied. Michlal, the Gemara says, we're thinking over here in the Reisha, with the Machlekes, the Tanakam and Rabbi Yehuda, Tanakama holds that even though the blood came out after she died, it's still kesem. Second, she's not a Nidda. Amar Zeiri Makar Makar Mitame Kabenayo. Machlekes is regarding Makar Makar Mitame. If the blood inside is touching the makar, and the makar is tame, and then it comes out, doesn't make her tame. Taisus discusses 1 second, she's dead. The blood touched someone that was dead. The blood should become tame because she's dead. But Taisus discusses that. The main issue here is that makar makar mitame is the blood inside. Daniel, you couldn't get on the Zoom?
It says another meeting.
Oh.
Yeah, so there was another.
1 second. Give me 1 second. Do you want to try it?
No, this is fine with me.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so we're holding Ayin Aleph, Maider Rabbi Yehuda. Okay, so we said there's a machlekes Tanakam and Rabbi Yehuda regarding makar makar mitame, the uterus, if it's tame. And since the blood was there while she was alive, even though it came out after she died, it's going to be tame. And Maider Rabbi Yehuda agrees that a woman that's sitting on and giving birth, that it's going to be metam mishum kesem. Michlal, the Gemara now says the Tanakam Savar, but the Marsha on the side, they quote, says Rabbi Yehuda Savar. This implies that Rabbi Yehuda holds ba'oil nami metam. He says that he's maida that it's metam mishum kesem, and Rabbi Yossi says lefika chena metam ba'oil. Therefore, it does not metam. What does Rabbi Yehuda himself hold? That it's metam ba'oil as well. Am Rabbi Yehuda dam tfusa kabeinayu. Rav Yehuda explains the machlekes Rabbi Yehuda and Rabbi Yossi that the machlekes is regarding dam tvusa, which means mixed blood, mixed between life and death, blood of that what came out while he was alive and when he was dead, and that is it considered dam tvusa, this woman giving birth? If it's mixed, then we could say midirabanan that she's tamei as well, that the blood is tamei ba'oil, or we say that it's not considered dam tvusa. Tanya,
so tvusa means that if it came out,
it's tuma midirabanan of is that what they call it? Attached blood
that means retreat. When an army retreats from a
I'm
battle,
not familiar with that.
So,
Over here, it's considered a mixture of life and death blood. So if there would be enough blood from death, then it's for sure tamei. If it's blood that's from alive, it's for sure tar. Over here, it's mixed, and so there's complications that make it biblically
why would it be
pure. biblically it's pure, and rabbinically we say that it's tamei. Blood from a live is tar. Blood from a wound, but blood after the death is tamei. Ezo dam tvusa. What's considered dam tvusa? Pirish Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says harik shetz mena. Here was someone that was killed, was murdered maybe, or killed. The blood is coming out of him, so he's dying from the wound. So bein b'chaya, bein b'maisei. Whether it's from alive, whether it's from dead, but the problem is that it's suffik b'chayav yatsa suffik b'maisei. We don't know. Did it come out? Did the blood come out while he was alive? Did it come out after he died? Suffik b'chayav u'b'maisei. Or did it come out from both, alive and dead? So you have all these doubts over here. 3 possibilities. Zel dam tvusa. That's considered dam tvusa, which is rabbinically tameya. The Chacham say 1 second. If you have even a doubt that it could be that it came out after he died, then I have to look at where it came out. If it's in a private domain, then it's tamei. If it's in a public area, then it's tar. That's the rule when it comes to tumah. Eily dam tvusa. Chacham have their own interpretation of dam tvusa. That the blood came out from while he was alive and after he died. That we know. It didn't stop. So the problem is, did most of it come out while he was alive, and a small part after he died? Maybe most of it came out after he died, which should make him tamei, if there would be a revius there. But there is no revius there. So it's only a revius combined with the blood from being alive. So therefore, the combination together makes revius, but not from the death is it a revius. So therefore, it's biblically permitted, and with the Rabbanan, it's considered dam tvusa. Zeu dam tvusa. Rabbi Yehuda Imer, a new case. Harag. Oh, y'all forgot that. Harag sheyatzim min revius dam. Vayemutu b'mita. Someone that was killed, and there's a revius dam that's under the a puddle of blood under him, and he's laying in a bed. The dami metaftiv, and the blood is dripping laguma into this little crevice. Tamei, stomach. Because there's a drop of blood in there, that is the blood from death. The Chachamim say that he's tar. Mipnei sherishin rishin nifsach. Now the Chachamim say he's tar because as it drips in, it becomes batal. We didn't say that it's coming out in a big flow. We said that it's dripped each time. The blood came out while he was alive. The blood that's tamei keeps dripping in and becoming batal. As is. So that's the Gemara is going to say, because that's machlekes Rabbi Yehuda and the Chachamim. So the Gemara says, "Shaper kamalei Rabbanan Rabbi Yehuda." The Rabbanan are saying something correct to Rabbi Yehuda. The Gemara answers, Rabbi Yehuda tamei. Rabbi Yehuda goes according to his reasoning. This takes us back to Zvachim and Menachem, everything that we started with. Damar ein dam mevatel dam. Where does Rabbi Yehuda get his opinion, his famous opinion, that min b'minei lebatel, that we say that one thing inside another thing is not nullified? So, where does he get it from? He gets it from the blood of the karbanos on Yom Kippur. Right, we had it in Chulin. The blood from the karbanos on Yom Kippur, that we said that he mixes the blood of the par with the blood of the sar, blood of the bull, and everyone knows that there's more blood in the bull than in the goat, and nevertheless it doesn't become nullified. So Rabbi Yehuda holds that blood doesn't become nullified. So therefore the blood of the death also doesn't become nullified in all of that blood that came out while he was alive. So that's why it's still tamei. Reb Shimon Omer tzolov, Allah eitz. The tzolov means someone that was crucified. He's hanging on the wood. Shadami sheises laretz. The blood is dripping onto the ground. Nipsas tach the revius dam. You find under him is a revius dam. It's tamei. And Rabbi Yehuda mitar. So Reb Shimon said this, and Rabbi Yehuda says it's tar. 1 second. Why is it tar? Rabbi Yehuda before said that someone that was killed that's on a bed, the blood is tamei. Because I say that the blood of death is still hanging there, absorbed in the wood, didn't fall into the puddle. Rabbi Yehuda neimei yula nafshay. Why doesn't Rabbi Yehuda tell this to himself? Because he just said a case before where the blood in the ground was tamei. I could say that the blood is still on the bed. How do they translate mechal chala?
It
seeps through. So therefore, by the wood, we think it's going to get absorbed, but by the bed, it's going to fall down onto the floor. Okay. Originally, they said that a woman, that after she gives birth, she has 66 days, that she's tahar, if it's a female, so she's considered a tvul yom, a long tvul yom. She goes to the mikveh after 14 days. Usually a tvul yom waits for nightfall. That's what we're going to learn in Masechta Brachas. That when do you say Shema? When it becomes nightfall, after the person goes to the mikveh and he waits for night. So this is a tvul yom. She goes to the mikveh after 14 days. She's a tvul yom for 66 days, and so during that time, it's a long day, right? She doesn't touch the water that she's going to be washing off the meat of the Karban Pesach, but she can touch the keli that's going to be washing that off. Why? Because a tfil yom is considered a sheni, second to tumah.
So she's suffering tumah.
It's a lower level of tumah.
And it can't be born.
And sheni can't make a keli tameh. They returned and they said, and others they made a chumrah here. Hareu kamaga tummy mace. She's not a sheni. She's like she touched the tummy mace. That means she's a rishon. You see, what happens is the mace is a avi Bais, the grandfather of tumah. The tummy mace is an avatama. She is like she touched the tummy mace. She's a rishon. So, but that's only lakachim. So it's a chumrah and also a kula. They said it's a rishon, but it's only for kachim. Kedibri Beis Hillel, that's the words of Beis Hillel. And Beishamiyam Raf Ketami Meis, she's even a avatama. Okay, for everything. Could be. It doesn't say. And the Gemara doesn't explain that either.
It's really very shown. They made her enough.
Okay, the Gemara explains like this. Ma'ara in nagas light. That means she's allowed to pour, touching the vessel, but she can't touch the water itself. Alma. What's the water? Is the water kachim? No. The water is chulin. It's mundane water. But it's water that needs to be kept pure because it's going to be used for kachim. So it's called chulin shenaso al taras hakaidash. It's chulin that's prepared for kaidash. Alma chulin shenaso al taras hakaidash kaidash dami. You see that you have to be strict about this type of chulin. Why? She's not allowed to touch the water. She's only allowed to touch the keli. Ema seifa. Let's take a look at what the Seifa says. We see that she's only tamei for kachim, not for chulin, and even not for chulin al machulin. You see that chulin that's prepared for kachim is not like kachim. So there's a contradiction between the Reish and the Seifa. The Gemara says masnisin mani abashali. Mishnah is going according to Abashal. And it doesn't explain how it answers the contradiction. At least I didn't follow how it answers it. But it says it's following Abashal, the Tanya. Abashal Eimer, Tvul Yom Tchilu L'Keidesh L'Tam Yishnayim B'Lif Selachet. Abashal holds that a Tvul Yom, someone that went to the mikveh that's waiting for nightfall, which is like this woman. She's a Rishon for Keidesh, which means that she'll make two things Tameh, and she'll make one thing Pasul. So this woman, for kachim, if what she touches becomes a sheni, sheni can make a shlishi, and for kachim, the shlishi could even make a revi, and that's where it stops. So two things tamei, one thing pasul. That means there's three steps of tamei. But it doesn't explain, and I didn't check in the notes, but it doesn't explain how it answers the contradiction. Okay. Maybe afterwards we'll take a look. So even though she has to be careful with truma and kachim, this woman that went to the mikveh and she's waiting 66 days before she would bring a carbon and all of that, but she's allowed to eat meiser. The kaitzel challah, she separates challah with makefes. She brings the challah close to the other bread, the kaira lashem, and then she calls it challah. So before she calls it challah, she's allowed to touch it. When she calls it challah, then she would make it tummy because challah is like truma. So she separates it, but doesn't say an announcement. She brings it close, she announces it, and then she can't touch it anymore. her fluids that come out of her are tahar. She said, like a tefillah yom, that's the Gemara is going to learn. Bais Shammai holds that she needs to go to the mikveh after 80 days. Bais Shammai holds that when you go to the mikveh for truma, you have to have in mind constantly that I went to the mikveh for truma. Make sure what I touch. Be careful. Be careful. It's just like you wash the hands for bread. Can't be mesiach das. This woman goes to the mikveh 66 days before she's going to eat truma. So it's too long. She has to go to the mikveh again at the end. Bais Shammai says mesiach das. Bisala says no. She doesn't need to use the mikveh again after 80 days. The Amar Mar, the Gemara says we're going back on eating meiser. It says clearly. We're going to learn in brachas that the chayinim are going to eat truma by nightfall. That's truma, but meiser they're allowed to eat right away, right after the mikveh. The kaitzel chala, and she separates the chala. Chula not full the chala up to chala dami. Why? Because mundane food that's prepared to become challah is not challah, and therefore she's allowed to touch it. We had a whole discussion before, contradiction in the Mishnah about chul and shenas al taras hakaides. Here we say chul not full challah is not challah. This was a big discussion at the beginning of this Masechta. We made a difference between challah and truma and all of that. She brings it close. The mitzvah is to take the challah away from things that are combined together. Because if you have different loaves of bread, and you're taking challah from one of them, you're supposed to have them all under one towel. You put them all together, you put them under a towel, you take like that. They have to be close together. The Kuril Hashem, and then she calls it challah. I could have thought that maybe she's going to touch it from the outside. That I'm not concerned that she's going to touch it, and she's allowed to do this. If some of her fluids fall on it, so we said that it's not a problem because her fluids aren't coming. It says mashket full yom. The liquid that a full yom touches, the fluids of a full yom, kemashkin on a gebem is like mashkin that touch them or touch her. And they're not tummy. Chutz mi mashka azav shuavatum, except for mashka azav. That we said is an avatum. So therefore, the liquids that she touches is going to be tar. Bais Shammai says she has to go to the mikveh. My benayo. What's the difference between Shammai and Bais Hillel? If it is a tfil yamarach, normally a tfil yam waits for nightfall and he start or she start. Over here, it's so long. Bais Shammai says you have to go to the mikveh again. Okay, it's today's daf. Araya, yema chadasa. If a woman sees on the 11th day, I'm changing gears. If a woman sees on the 11th day from the Ziva, now what would normally a Zava Gedaila takes 3 days, and she becomes a Zava Gedaila. She has to see 3 times. If she sees once, then we have to be concerned that she may see another 2 times. So we have to watch the day after and the day after. Well, we have to watch the day after. If there's nothing there, then we don't. If she sees twice, you have to be concerned. She may see the 3rd. She becomes a Zava Gedaila. She has all those halachas. If she sees blood on the 11th day, so if she sees on the 12th, she anyways can't be a Zava Gedaila. It's only 11 days, and this is the 11th day. It cannot combine to anything else. So if someone sees on the 11th day, v'tavla,
What happens on the 12th day?
she becomes a nidda.
Oh, nidda.
So the tavla la'erev, she went to the mikveh in the evening. She did not wait at all. U'mishamsha, and she had relations. Bais Shammai says, "Mitamin mishkav v'meishem v'chayav v'chayav." Bais Shammai says that she did not wait at all. She needs to wait. She didn't wait at all. Bais Shammai holds that you still have to wait. She's chayiv in the carbon. She didn't do any shimur on the following day. We went to the mikveh that night. Usually the mikveh would be on the following day, and then afterwards there's a whole discussion. You're not supposed to have relations until nightfall, all of that. But she didn't wait at all. She went that night, she went to the mikveh. So she's chayiv a carbon. And what she sits on is tamei. Still I'm term in a carbon. Still says she doesn't have to bring a carbon, or they don't have to bring a carbon, her and her husband. However, he doesn't mention what's going on with the things that she sits on. And the Rashi says, and the Gemara is going to explain, that it's tamei midrabanan. Tavla b'yom shalachra. Let's say she did wait. Day 12, she went to the mikveh. V'shimsha speisa. She has relations. And then she sees blood. This is very interesting. Shammai says that what she sits on is tamei, but she doesn't have to bring a carbon for those relations. She did what she was supposed to. She went to the mikvah. She was really supposed to wait probably for the evening, but she didn't. But there's no carbon there because she did the shima. She did the guarding. She waited until the morning, which was there was no blood in the morning. She went to the mikvah, and after the mikvah, she had relations.
So why is she coming?
That's only the rabbanon. The gzeira. Okay. Basil says, "Areza gargran." This is a gluttonous person that he's not waiting.
But then she's under duress. It's interesting. Here we're judging her, and the answer is because of the husband. Not really kind of.
No, 1 second. What do you mean we're judging her?
We're deciding whether or not she.
What she sits on is tamei.
Yeah, in other words, her status.
Her status. You're right. We're going to see soon that the husband is not. We didn't make a gzeira on the husband. It's not as common as the things that she's going to sit on. The things that she sit on was more of a reason to make a gzeira. This is more similar to what's taking place. We're making a gzeira after the 11 days because of what takes place during the 11 days. It's too similar. So
but we said she has to be chatas.
The husband also does. Keturim.
No, my question was, but the whole reason she ended up,
Seeing blood?
well, not seeing blood, through having relations.
Yeah. Well, what happened was she saw blood on the 11th day.
Right.
Then she waits for the 12th day. She goes to the mikvah. Everything's good. She has relations. She sees blood after that.
After she went.
Yeah. So there's no carbon there. But we consider her tummy because that's similar to things of before. Everyone would. So 1 second. The Gargaran says that Basil says a Gargaran, that's a gluttonous. You should have waited till nightfall. You don't have to. This is too similar to what takes place during the day. We had a discussion earlier in the Gemara if Gargaran ba'aser or Gargaran mutter. Is it allowed? What does it mean when it says gluttonous? Doesn't mean it's permissible, doesn't mean it's forbidden. Okay, what's going to be in the middle of the 11 days? We're taking this extreme case where it's at the end. Let's say in the middle of the 11 days. She sees blood. She went to the mikvah at night. She didn't wait for the following day, which is what she was supposed to do. She has relation. Everyone agrees then. You didn't even do any shimur. You didn't do any wait. You have to wait at least till the morning and to go to the mikveh. What happens? She went to the mikveh the way she was supposed to, and then she has relations during the day. This is a bad habit. How do they translate tarbasra? I think it's a bad habit. Magana be lost in Chilean, and we have to wait to see if she sees blood, because that's gonna. If she sees blood afterwards, retroactive, it's gonna make her tamei. We're gonna see that this day was really not clean. She went to the mikveh and it was clean in the morning. If she sees afterwards, it breaks the cleanliness and it goes back, and everything was all in vain, and the whole mikveh was in vain, and then the relations was in sin, was forbidden. Tluyim. If she would see, then she would have to bring a carbon after that. Yeah, after that. Taner Rabbanan was starting a Bais, the Shavin. Basil and Beishamai would agree. The Tebeles Laila. If she goes to the mikveh by night, this is during the 11 days, Lizava Sheina Tefillah. It's not a good tefillah. Doesn't help. The Shavin, and they also agree. If she sees during the 11 days, the Tavla Le'erev, she went to the mikveh by night. The Shimshin, she has relations. That there's a carbon that they have to bring, and it gives off tumah. So they're only arguing about what happens on the 11th day. Beishamai says that the 11th day needs a guarding. That means you have to wait the 12th day. She went to the mikveh by night after the 11th. She didn't do any guarding, so it needs a carbon. Basil said that you don't need any guarding to the 11th day. It's done. It's over without any shimmer. We're going to go through conversation here. Beishamai is going to ask Basil. Basil is going to respond back.
So his position is that the 11th day totally cuts off.
Yeah. And Beishamai says, no, you still saw the 11th day. You have to wait the 12th day, even though it's never going to reach the Zava Gedola.
Because it would be done Nidda. She sees blood on the 12th day. It's done Nidda.
It's going to be done Nidda, but Beishamai still holds that Shricha Shimar. Sort of like Beishamai is saying that we don't really care about the consequence. The fact is, this is what you have to do regardless of the consequence. Don't start thinking about, but it's never going to be this anyway, so that's none of your business. You have to watch the Shimar. You saw on the 11th day, you need Shimar.
That's the rice, right?
Yeah, Beishamai is saying the rice because Chayav Mekarban. So, right? So, okay, so Beishamai tells to Basil, what's the difference the 11th day than within the 11 days? You also agree that they're tummy, that she's tummy. Basil also said that termin a carbon, but he didn't say that they tahar. What she sits on is still tummy. Shouldn't it be the same for carbon? Why don't you make your halachas symmetrical? Make it like everything should be even. It should be exactly clear cut. Basil responds, "Loi, it's not so. If she sees during the Yud Aleph Yom, the following day could combine. Time Rabbi Yom Yud Aleph, but on the 11th day, there is no day after the 11th day that could combine. So make your ruling clear cut, make it equal. If you say she's tamei, to have her bring a carbon. If you say she doesn't have to bring a carbon, so don't make her tamei. Why are you mixing?
This is not the korban after 3 times. This is a korban.
This is the carbon because she was with her husband.
Right.
Yeah, that's important. Amalam Basil. So Basil responds to Beishamai. We said that she's tamei, but there's more coming. We say that she's tamei, but that's a chumrah, that's a stringency. But to bring a carbon, that's chulin ba'azara, that's a leniency. You're not allowed to bring a carbon if you don't need to. So we can say that everything is tamei and you have to bother you to bring everything into the mikveh.
Baba Ben Buta brought carbon every day.
Remember that? Carbon Hashem.
Right, but
That
we said and that now I bring and he said the first.
was Hashem Tali. Very good. What masechta was that? Creases probably. Is that in creases?
I don't remember either. Shouldn't he have brought if he was a time there would have been times maybe that he didn't need to bring one because he didn't do an Avera.
Right. Remember the day after Yom Kippur.
Yeah,
Remember that?
Right.
So here, no, but this is a chatas. The chatas he can't bring.
Only a hot.
So he's saying, how are we going to bring a chatas if you don't need to? That's Basil's response. Okay, now Basil has a real attack. From your words, you get Noishchem could mean bitten, but I think it's supposed to be Noishchem. In your words, you have your own response. That's what they claim according to Rashi. Why don't you take your own advice? Basil is telling Beishamai. Because you also say that if she went to the mikvah on the 12th day and she has relations, and then she sees blood, you say that she's tamei and she's exempt from a carbon. On the 12th day, if she waited, you should have the same question on yourself, because you're asking on me if on the 11th day, if she went to the mikveh by night, and you're telling me that although she's tamei, but there's no carbon, I should be consistent. You should be consistent if she went to the mikveh on the 12th day. If you want to say that she's tummy, so have her bring a carbon. And if you want to say they don't bring a carbon, so then they shouldn't be tummy. It must be that you're being strict and not lenient. So it's a very strong claim. Amarav. Okay,
So
that's the end of it. Besilvin. Now, yeah, I didn't have to say that, did I? Besilvins, anyways.
No.
Okay. Amar Rav Huna, the Chachmas Betzal is a big question on the following piece. It goes like this: Mishkavo Mishkava Shebesheni Bishame Metamin.
What's the shame?
This means any second day, any Shemeres Yom Keneged Yom. Rav Huna says that according to Beis Shammai, a woman that sees blood one day, the following day she goes to the mikveh, and she's tahar, and you wait till nightfall, even though you wait till nightfall, and she's going to be perfectly tahar, everything that she sits on it during that day is tahar. Even after the mikveh, because it could be retroactively, it's going to become tamei. So there's a gzeira to make it tamei.
That's just a rabbanan.
It's derabanan. Look at what it says. Afal pi shetavla, even though she went to the mikveh. Afal pi shalei rasa. Shol tamei. My timer. What's the reason for this strictness? Even the iluchazia metama. Because if she would see, everything would be tamei. Ashtanami metama, we make a gzeira. Shammai has an extra gzeira. Amrav Yosef, my kamashmalan. The Gemara is going to take this from two sides. The Gemara is first going to take it that what does Rav Huna need to tell us this? We have a Mishnah that tells us this. We're going to try to prove from the Mishnah that this is so. Then the Gemara is going to go to the other side and it's going to say that it's actually not correct. Okay? You follow those are contradictory things, but nevertheless. Amar Rav Yosef, my kamashal, what's the chiddush of it? Tanina, it's a Mishnah. Tabli yom shalachar, if she goes to the mikvah on the following day, which means the 12th day. B'shim shir spesa. And she has relations. V'achkach ras, and she sees blood. B'sham yom tamim mishkavis and mishavis termina carbon. She has tumah, and she's patur from carbon. Now the problem over here with this proof is that it says v'achakach rasa, that the Gemara is going to ask in a moment. What happened was, we're thinking that she went to the mikveh the following day. It's the 12th day. There is no more ziva. So she's shemeres yom keneged yom. It's not for any purpose that maybe it's going to become a zava. And nevertheless, Beis Shammai says that what she sits on is tamei. See, Beis Shammai holds the second day, the following day, things are tamei. Amar Rav Kana, rasa shiny. You didn't read the Mishnah says that she saw afterwards. It's retroactive. Amar Rav Yosef, v'chi rasa may have it. So what that she saw? The Nidda, she's a Nidda. She's not a Ziva anyway. Right. So the rasa doesn't mean anything. Amalei Abaya Rav Yosef, Abaya, the student of Rav Yosef, goes back and he says to him, Rav Kana hachika kashale. Rav Kana had a different question. He says, Bishlei mehecha de rasa. If she sees, I know that seeing doesn't become a ziva, but gazrin and ria de nida to ria de ziva. Over there's a reason to make a gzeira, because that nida seeing on the 12th day is very similar to during the 11 days that if she sees, then there would really be tamei. Elahecha de loy rasa. But if she doesn't see it all, my nigzerbo, what type of gzeira is it going to be over here? So he knocks off the whole Rav Huna. Rav Kana's question was much stronger. That maybe the Beis Shammai would only hold on the 12th day if she sees Dam Nida afterwards. So we consider it as if she would see, we make it with the Rabbanan, as if it would be Dam Ziva during the 11 days and it would retroactively be Tameh. But if she doesn't see it all, who says that that's a void? There's another problem. It was started in the Mishnah. We're going to a man now. A man that has a mission of Ziva. And he went to the mikveh. And what he touches is tamei.
had a question on that. The last one on the 12th day, she sees blood, but it's already out of the ziva. She's Yom Keneged Yom because she's finished with her.
She's finished with the ziva.
Right.
So the blood that she sees on the 12th day becomes dam nida.
Yeah.
But Shammai held that she still, even though that blood doesn't combine to the previous day, she still needs to be shemer siyam keneged. She has to be cautious.
Right.
Yeah. Basil says there is no shemer siyam keneged yom.
What is there?
It's nothing.
Nothing.
Basil said,
But she's
Sur min carbon. What she would do is, Basil holds that she goes to the mikveh in the morning. Basil holds she's supposed to go to the mikveh in the morning.
Right.
And midrabanan, there's a tumah midrabanan.
She has to wait a day to go to the next day. You saw blood.
No, maybe according to Basil, she can even go to the mikveh by night.
Let's start again.
No, Basil, I think, would say that you go to the mikveh in the morning, midrabanan, as a zera to taich yir alaf yom. That's what it appears. Okay, over here, Beishama Yaimrim Kishimeres Yaim Kineged Yaim. The first three of Azav is supposed to combine together with the next one and then the third one. And that's when he would have to bring a carbon. You see, by a man, his second Riyah makes him a Zav Gedolah, makes him a Zav, which means that he has to wait 7 clean days. And the first one, what's with the first one? Beishami says the first one is considered Ziva, and is considered as Zav. Beisalam about Keri. So it says the first one is just about Keri, which means that what he touches doesn't become Tameh. Vitanya, we'll start in a Braisa. Hamesa Desariya. If someone moves the fluid of the Zav, the actual substance, Bishama Yaimrim Thailand. We're talking about the Riyah Rishona, the first one. Bishama says that you wait to see a second time. If he sees a second time, then it's going to be a real Zav. Otherwise, this was nothing. Basil Matar, Basil say that it's tar. The first Riyah is not counted. Mishkavis and Mishavish bein Riyah Rishona l'Riyah Shniya. What about what they sit on between the first one and the second one? So Bishami Thailand, Basil Matar. Okay. Bishami says you have to wait, depending on to see if they see again. Basil says it's tar. Dani Reisha, we taught in the beginning. You see that there's Shemeres Yaim. You have to wait. Alma Shemeres Yaim Kineged Yaim LeBishamai Thailand. We see that a Shemeres Yaim Kineged Yaim is not Tameh like Rav Huna says. Rav Huna said it's Tameh automatically. Here we're seeing that a Shemeres Yaim Kineged Yaim, it's Thailand. When it comes to the tummy, you have to wait. You have to see. Is she going to see again? Then it's going to be retroactive. If she doesn't see again, then everything is tar. Rav Huna must have made a mistake. Gemara says, "Leitema shemeres yom k'neged yaim ela ema kebayel shemeres yom k'neged yaim." We say that her herself, we're trying to answer Rav Huna. Her herself, everything she touches is actually tamei. Why over here did we say that it's Thailand? That's talking about the one that had relations with the shemeres yom k'neged yaim. The husband is Thailand, because we don't know if she sees blood later, then it makes him tamei, retroactive.
Right.
So on him it's Thailand, but on her it's tamei. But both of them are in limbo now. Both of them we don't know. So the Gemara asks straight away, Maishna ihu. What's the difference regarding him? The leimetam mishkav maisha, that we say that what he sits on is not tamei because we're waiting to see if she sees again. Maishna ihi de metamala. Why by her? Is it automatically tamei? We should by her. We should also wait until she sees. This is all explaining Rav Huna. The Gemara says, "Ihu delei shlicha badam." And when it comes to him, the difference between him and her is ihu or ihi. That's the. When it comes to him, he usually doesn't have blood. Like Gazabei Rabbanan, we didn't make a gzeira on him. Ihi shlicha badam and Gazer Rabbanan. On her, we make gzeiras more easily because she sees blood more often, so she has to be more careful. Maishna, the Gemara asks, Mishka v'Moshev de metamala, Maishna boil de metamala. So why do we make what she sits on tamei and the one that she has relations with? We don't make tamei. Gemara says Mishka v'Moshev de shchiach metamala. What she sits on is very common. She's sitting. Naturally, people sit. It's not something that's unique. But boil de shchiach metamala. But that she should have relations when she's a zava. That is not shchiach. That didn't make it say, even though it's more of a sin. It's something like, oh, this is very bad. But nevertheless, it's still uncommon. So it's uncommon. They didn't make it say on it. Okay. Tanan. Gonna have another question. Torah in the Mishnah. Tabli yem shalachra v'shimsha rezu tarbasra magona bilasin tliyim. She goes to the mikveh the day afterwards. Now we're not talking about the 12th day. We're talking about day 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Any of or 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Any of those days when she sees blood for one day, she goes to the mikveh the following day, and she's supposed to wait till evening. She didn't wait till evening. We said this is tarbasra. This is a bad habit. And what she touches and who she has relations with are in limbo. They're waiting to see if she's going to see more blood. If she sees blood, retroactively, it's going to take away the tefillah and all of that. My love, the Re'akoli. This sounds like it's the opinion of everyone. Aha, opinion of everyone. Even Beis Shammai. Rav Huna held that Beis Shammai says it's not taloy and it's tamei vadai. It's a kasha on Rav Huna. Gemara says like Beis Hillel. Beis Hillel. The Tanya started in the Bais. Rabbi Yehuda says Beis Hillel. According to Beis Hillel, the chiluzuat and current tabisra. Is this what you call a bad habit? Haloi loy neskaven zel livel asanida. This person is intending to live with a nida. It says nida salkadai. It's not a nida. Elaima livel asazava. It's intending to live with a zava. Zava salkadaitach is not intending to live with the zava. She didn't see blood today. Elaima livel shemer siyam keneged yain. Intending to live with a shemer siyam keneged yain. So we see.
So what's the question?
We see that Rabbi Yehuda was saying that this according to Beis Hillel, not according to Beis Shammai. According to Beis Shammai, this is more than a tarbasra. According to Beis Hillel, this is called tarbasra, a bad habit. But according to Beis Shammai, this would be a real sin because of Beis Shammai holds that it's mamish tamei and all of that. So this is a proof to that. Okay, I don't want to do the next piece yet. I want to leave that for tomorrow. This is tomorrow, Siri.
I was way ahead of you.
What time
You lost me.
I'm gonna do a lot of
Sorry?
I have a question back on the page back. You changed,
When's the siyum tomorrow?
you changed the Bishop.
Just 1 second.
What's
What's going on with the scene tomorrow?
I don't know what time you want to have it. Do you want to have it? Do you want to have it in the morning, or when we do it, or do you want to do it with the shul? I talked to Eily before, and there's like a regular shul, deal going on. So we could jump in on it and make it better.
What do you think?
I think that's what we should do.
Okay.
More publicity.
So what?
Okay.
What time
The
is that?
PR man.
Okay. Let me turn this off.
But if that's going to detract from people coming, that's your davening.